Recently, Disney came under fire for having a scene in their new show called The Santa Claus on Disney Plus of an image with kids holding the sign, "We love you, Satan." Now, this of course caused some backlash, as Disney has been in hot water for coming out with statements saying like they are going to incorporate as many LGBTQ themes as possible in their content, and also dabbling in politics with the whole Florida "don't say shh" debacle. But in light of the Balenciaga scandal and the other elements that we've seen in different media of potentially indoctrinating children into weird, kinky, and hypersexual themes, has Disney completely lost their mind with this one? Or is there more to the story? So on this video, we'll be reacting to that scene from the series, providing a bit of additional context, and ultimately answering the question, is Disney completely showing their hand with this satanic agenda?
Ruslan.
Now, those of you guys that know me know that on this channel, if I'm honest, I have not been a fan of Disney and their shenanigans. But after seeing this outcry and listening to a variety of perspective, I thought I might share with you guys what I discovered, and it's coming from someone who I think is a trustworthy source. Now, forewarning, this is wonky, okay? This entire ordeal is kind of weird, and I am not speaking with certainty. I know sometimes some people want absolutes, black and white, binaries, dunk on the dummies. That's not how this video is going to go. So if you're looking for a Disney's dumb type of video, this is probably not going to be it. Though, I think this is a nail on their part, ultimately, the fact that we're talking about it in this way. Okay, so if you guys don't know, I have friends from all different pockets of the internet and all different persuasions, and one of those friends is actually coming out here next week to shoot a profile on me is my buddy Johnny Root from Turning Point USA's faith arm. You know, Turning Point USA is the conservative talking heads, Charlie Kirk, yeah. Anyway, they have a faith component. My buddy Johnny Root is coming out to do a profile on me, and I saw this on his Instagram and thought this was an actually pretty good take, okay? So I'm gonna show it to you guys. This is actually on his burner Instagram because, this is on his burner Twitter because his real Twitter is in Twitter jail. But I thought this is probably the best take I saw on this, and it provided a lot of information that I did not see about this story when it initially broke. So this is John Root's burner Twitter, and he says, so here's the truth about the "We Love You, Satan" scene from Disney Plus's new series, The Santa Clauses, starring Tim Allen. I haven't watched any of it, fair warning, but he reveals something in here that I found extremely fascinating. Sure, the photo looks really bad, and without context, it just looks like Disney promoting evil in plain sight, but here's the full scene. So, on the surface, this is an L for Disney, just the way this looks in light of all the other weirdo stuff they've been doing this year. Before I provide my commentary, here is what born-again Christian Tim Allen had to say about incorporating the true meaning of the season Jesus Christ. Tim Allen didn't know he was a Christian. He used to have a show back in the day called Tim the Toolman Taylor that was pretty popular, and apparently he is the one that is starring as Santa Claus in this. Pretty interesting. So Tim Allen, who's born again, apparently, allegedly, says if you want to get into Santa Claus, you're going to have to go back to history. And it's all about religion. Disney talking about Santa with the relation of the real St. Nicholas and religion? Interesting, okay? So here are a few thoughts about the scene. Conservatives need to take a breath. Hey, John Root said that. Turning Point USA said that. You guys go yell at him, okay? Conservatives need to take a break, do some research, and then react. Many are outraged for no reason. 'Tis the season to not be outraged for no reason, all right? The star of the show, Tim Allen, wouldn't allow evil to be promoted like this. Here are a few things he didn't want incorporated into the show. It originally had a lot of otherworldly characters and ghosts and goblins. It's a direct quote, okay, from Tim Allen. I said, no, this is Christmas. It's Christmas. It literally is a religious holiday. He reportedly said, we don't have to blow trumpets, but I do want you to acknowledge it. That's what this is about. If you want to get into Santa Claus, you're going to have to go back to history, and it's all about religion. Very interesting, okay? Very shocking that Disney would potentially platform someone like this. People, it's a joke, maybe even an ode to one of the funniest Christmas sketches in SNL history, The Church Lady. And I remember growing up and watching this. I'm not going to play it for the sake of copyright, but I do think it's very interesting of this entire Santa Claus thing where she flips it and it turns into Satan because Christians back in the day, ironically, didn't want to celebrate Christmas because it was about Santa and just rush the lighters on. Right? You guys get it, right? So it's an ode potentially to this joke. And here's, I think, the ultimate punchline. He says, finally, yes, we should be upset with the woke, quote unquote, woke, well, I'm putting the quotes on it, because woke can mean like 100 different things depending on who you're talking to. Agenda Disney has pushed on children lately. Fight against it, but remember to do a little digging before reacting. Believe me, I react too quickly sometimes too. Merry Christmas, everyone. So, interesting perspective. Never thought I would hear John Root talking about it in this regards, but we and him have been chopping it up a little bit. And again, he's coming to do a profile on me, and I thought that was extremely fascinating that he had such a reasonable, nuanced take. Now, you guys know me. I've talked about this before. There's a component to some of this stuff, and I'm not sure if Disney's doing this on purpose, but it definitely happens in music, and historically it's happened in rock and roll music. It's called satanic panic marketing. Stir up a bunch of drama, get the conservative Christians upset, and if you get them upset, then it's going to get everybody talking, which ultimately, in this climate where attention is the currency, clicks are the currency, it actually brings more high profile to your topic. Now, before I give you guys my thoughts on what I think is happening here, I want to make sure you guys don't miss what we have coming up for you that's going to cost you nothing, but it's very special. Check this out. You may not know I make music, but I got a new song coming out, and it's something I need you to do, but first, I want you to hear a snippet of the song.
I went from being a porn addict to sharing the gospel with a porn actress who was criticized for being low status by the same OnlyFans who treat us so lavish. I'm confused.
I swear y'all thought he did doing podcasts, hot takes. He still can rap.
Now, in order to get this song to the top of Spotify, I need your help. I need you to click the link below or go to RuslanToTheMoon.com and pre-save this song. What is a pre-save? It means that this song will be added to your library to remind you to listen to it the day it comes out. And it also tells Spotify's algorithm that millions of people need to hear this song. So help me promote Christian music that contextualizes the gospel and will help change lives by going to RuslanToTheMoon.com or clicking the link below.
Oh, they got me with the dramatics. You knew that a moment cannot be static too soon.
Ruslan.
So, Tim Allen is a Christian. Didn't know that. Tim Allen explicitly wanted this new Christmas show to incorporate the historical elements of religion. Didn't know that. Disney platforming, allowing Christians to star in some of their new Disney Plus shows. Didn't know that. What do I think about this in a macro sense? I think this. I think whenever there's demand for something, even religious content, many of these corporations will go where the dollars are. If there's value in the marketplace, they'll platform it. If there isn't, they won't. Disney's not stupid, guys. Disney knows that Christians do make up a very strong demographic of people, and if you semi-cater to them and make wholesome content, it'll ultimately drive their stock up and their subscriptions up. And I could see, not saying this is what's going to happen, but I could see this show actually not being what we expected it to be and having more of the wholesome, historical, Christian, St. Nicholas, religious theme around it that we would be like, what? Disney's doing this? I could totally see it going that way, but I'm ultimately not sure. I want to hear from you guys. What do you guys think about this whole debacle? And are you aware that many of these corporations are strictly after eyeballs and clicks and whatever drives the clicks? Even if it's Christian content, oftentimes they'll get behind it. If you aren't sure about that, check out this video over here and consider partnering with us on Patreon, all right? I'll see you over there. Peace.